What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is take 55 of me trying to get these videos out today, but I ain't gonna complain. I'm just gonna start it all over again. Tonight we talking about for Miss Latasha, because I promised you I was gonna talk about it. If loving you is wrong. This was season 3, episode 6, entitled "Being a Woman." Well, child, it takes us back to that shed scene, okay? Y'all remember last week, old Mama Louise had told Randall to go back there in that shed because she saw Brad and Marcy go in there. Well, she talked him into going back there, and when he goes in the shed, baby, he find Marcy and Brad back there banging that child, and they didn't stop except to push his ass on out that damn door and close the motherfucker back, and they went back to doing what they do. And I was up in here going, yes, God, I love to see me some old Karma come through. And Karma baby Karma came through and slapped the piss out of him. Well, Randall out there broke down like a bitch, talking about Marcy. No, man, fuck that. Marcy been waiting she been waiting to exhale for the longest. Ain't no shit but a heart attack gonna stop them from doing what they doing, child. He was kicking at that door. He was giving me Amber from Love and Hip Hop teas with that shit. I said, no, you are not having a fit, and you started all of this shit. Now, he in the house with Mama Louise, and she trying to console him, because, child, when I tell you broke down, this dude act like she had just committed murder. See, a man can cheat all day, but you want to really test a man, baby, go out there and cheat on his ass back. Men can't take that. I don't know what it is, child, about another man pleasing a woman, but they cannot take it. But yet they do this shit to us and expect us to not have a problem with it. And my thing is, bitch, please, what's good for the goose is good for the motherfucking gander, and that's how I felt about it. Well, Kelly at this point decides to take her ass on back to the shed. Now, what's she going back there for? I don't know, because, bitch, you all involved, but you wasn't involved when you found out that Alex was Pepper, and Pepper had been sleeping with the neighbor. You didn't have I don't understand that. See, that's what made me mad about this show. It's like everybody is almost trying to coddle and understand and love on and make excuses for Alex, but nobody's thinking about what this must have done to Marcy, who was over there being a good wife to her husband all this time, trying to have a baby for him and everything, but he cheating with the old blue-eyed bitch next door, and that's okay. Well, here come Kelly beating on the damn door like she's somebody damn teacher, talking about Marcy and Brad, come out of there. Put your clothes on and come out of there. Child, she hollering and talking, and them folks didn't really give two fucks about her, because although they did come out, which I wouldn't have came out, but they came out, and child, they hugging and kissing on each other and shit. Marcy say, same time tomorrow, and Brad said, yep. So, Kelly, go home. Go the fuck home. Go call, better yet, bitch, go call Alex. That's who you always riding for. Go call that hoe. Child, whatever. Well, Marcy puts pop her ass on into the house, and Mama Louise wants to immediately start talking shit about, look at you. Look at you. You're a slut and all that shit. Marcy told her, look at me. This the look of satisfaction. When was the last time you had some long thrusting? And Mama Louise kind of shut up for a minute. And she shut up for a minute, but then she gonna start that shit up talking about how could you do this to my child? He don't deserve that. And I'm like, I agree, he don't deserve it. The bitch deserve worse than that right there. But alright then, Mama, I hear you. Well, Marcy asked Mama Louise, when was the last time you had something? Child, I holler. Because it look like that's what she need now to calm the fuck down. Well, child, they get into it and get the exchange and names. And Mama Louise takes it upon herself that she actually gonna hit Marcy. But I was here for Marcy. Now, I try to respect my elders. But, bitch, when you put your hands on me and we ain't on that level, we already don't get along. You gonna put your hands on me? I don't blame Marcy. Marcy slapped the fuck out of her back, and it brought in her little pussy-ass son to jump in between them. And Marcy looking like she'll fight that old bitch. And that's what I was 8-80, baby. Blind, crippled, and crazy. I ain't got no problem with it. Well, Mama Louise decides to start talking some more shit, talking about they could have at least gone to a hotel and how Brad treated her like a slut. And Marcy was at that point fed up. She went to fucking, she said, look, I didn't start this, okay? I ain't started this. Your son started this by sleeping with the whore next door. I was here being faithful and good to him, but he opted to go back there in that shed and fuck the girl next door, okay? And until he gets the fuck away from me, every night I'm going in the shed with Brad. And she left them with that piece of info, and I was here for it. Now, the owner of the burgers joint decides he wants to call Natalie because he's looking for his daughter, okay? Natalie go in there to see if Joey in there, which he is not, but she faking like he is and say that Joey say he ain't seen her. Well, Natalie decides she gonna get her old babysitter come on through and let her borrow her car because she going down there to the burger joint to see what the tea is. She get up in there and find them in there fucking, dashed his ass with some water, Bonds trying to get clothes and shit on, and basically Joey standing there talking to her. You know, she talking about this despicable and food is prepared there and y'all need to sanitize the shit down and she needs to leave, and old boy told her she don't know nothing about this food, but she needs to sit over there and clean up until her cab come and all of that shit. Child, she just made a big deal out of it. I guess in a sense it is a big deal, but they grown. Okay, all you can do is tell them that, you know, y'all ain't doing this shit the right way. And one of the right, to me as a mother, the first thing I would have jumped on is the fact of, nigga, why you ain't got no condom on? But okay. Alright, let's get to Kelly talking to old Alex on that phone from that hospital. Well, she trying to play it off. Kelly can't lie worth a damn. I ain't never seen her come out with a lie that I believe that she, you know, when she was telling it. But Alex tell her, you ain't got to lie, you ain't got to say nothing, because as they're on the phone, Brad had sent Alex a fucking picture message, child. And it's a picture message of him and Marcy fucking in the shed. I said, yes, God, baby. Stab a bitch when she, oh, that's the epitome of stabbing a bitch when she down. But I feel like what go around, come around. See, karma's a bitch. You getting it back, girl. When you was sneaking out back there to that back shed, getting some of that Mandingo dick, you ain't never thought all this would come to pass. But see, child, Well, Lucian goes over to Natalie PJ apartment, and he basically playing Santa Claus. I like that about Lucian, though, because he always try to do stuff with the children. You know, even though all of them not his kids, he love her, so he look out for her other kids and stuff. So he was giving them backpacks and things like that. Well, Natalie come in, and of course she got this stanky dank ass attitude. The bitch sitting up in there talking about she don't see how they gonna be able to live in an apartment. I mean, live in a house. They can't get it together in an apartment. Okay, the way it would work in a house is, since you such a temperamental bitch, there is more room in a house. He can get the fuck away from you when you in bitch mode. But she lets him know that she would like for him to have a conversation with Joey, because she done caught Joey with his pants down and he had no rubber on, fucking old phone from over there at the burger joint. And Lucius thinks she full of shit. You know, he kind of kikied about it because he figuring at this stage in life this boy should have had a conversation about sex. But no. She ain't never had a conversation with him. And his dad ain't never had the conversation. So Lucian agrees to have this conversation, and everybody clears out so that they can have it. Started off kind of, it started off kind of awkward, you know, because how you just break up into a conversation about sex, especially with someone that ain't your kid, right? Well, they get to talk about condoms, and his parent, you know, he knows something about condoms, even though he didn't wear none. But it came up on the conversation of HPV, and Joey was clueless to that. So that opened up dialect on the subject of sex, and Lucius broke it down to him, and then he told him he gonna go get him some condoms, and Joey felt like it was necessary to tell him to make sure you get extra large. I hear you. Lucian didn't really want to go that deep into the shit, but Joey did, because he started telling Lucius about how fun was, and Lucian was like, look, she would be like a daughter to me, so I don't really want to hear all of that, child. In other words, TMI, bro, TMI. That's the problem. Then you be mad if somebody went after the girl. But that's what you men do all the time. Don't know how to. If you got a good I ain't never finna tell nobody my motherfucking nigga dick tails. Is you crazy? Bitch, I would never tell the dick tails. You fuck around, tell the dick tails, and the dick tails be over in somebody else's file cabinet. No, bitch, you don't tell the dick tails. You keep that to yourself. Well, Eddie goes over to Brad office and he playing like he upset that Brad ain't checked in on him. But child, Brad got shit going on. Anybody got time to be fucking with you, Eddie, because ain't a damn thing wrong with you. Well, Eddie tell him he joking, you know, he like the man of steel and all that shit. You know how Eddie always acting like he just all that child. And Eddie asked him, why you ain't tell me that horrible cousin had the baby? And Brad say he assumed he knew. Child, ain't that some shit? Why you ain't tell me my horrible cousin? No, it's family. Well, Brad asked Eddie had he spoken with Uncle Rusty. Now, Rusty, for those of you who may not know, is the bigoted father of Alex. Yes, God. See, Brad got it in his head that Rusty need to come and see his grandkids. He ain't seen them in a while. Now, keep in mind, Rusty don't like black people, so you know damn well when he get here and see that his daughter done had a baby by a black man, this child is looking ethnic, so it's gonna be an issue. And Brad wants to bring it on out. Baby, Brad is hidden below the belt. Brad ain't playing no games. Some days he be good, some days he don't be good. But, yeah, child, and Eddie know exactly what the fuck he want, and I think Eddie gonna help him with this shit. Y'all ain't shit for that. Well, Eddie bring out a joint, baby, and Brad and Eddie up in the office smoking a motherfucking joint. Like, puff, puff, pass, nigga. Puff, puff, pass. But Brad ain't know nothing about that. Because he puffing was holding on, and I know I would have had to tell him, baby, you gonna have to... you ain't put in on this, bitch. You ain't put in on this. You gonna have to give me my shit. Well, anyway, child, it's some shit happening down at the police station, child. You got Ben back at work, and you got Pete trying to look at the surveillance footage from the store the night that Ben posed the guy shot. But apparently this video surveillance does not coincide with the computers they use, so they can't see it. I halfway feel like Pete realized that they trying to set him up and shit, and child, yada yada yada. And when the shit happen, we'll talk about it. It's just a bunch of bullshit with Eddie, child. Just a bunch of bullshit with Eddie. Not even important shit. And I'm gonna skip past this shit right here too. Kelly, Justin come home from baseball or football practice, whatever the fuck it is, Travis with him. Now, Kelly wants to fuck Travis, but she only want to fuck him when she feel like it. She still hurt in her feelings about how he had her by home, assuming that they were going to be together. And him and his mama came and bust her bubble, but then he decided to have a change of heart. So now he wants to be back with Kelly. Kelly ain't really trying to hit it. Plus, it's a new dude in the picture, Ramsey. If y'all remember, Ramsey is the dude from next door who mama Kelly was cool with, and he helped him, helped him get in the house that night to see about his mama, because she hadn't been responding for a couple of days, only to find out that the miss had died up in there. So he come over there with an envelope that his mama, Miss Ramsey mama, done left for Kelly. And you got Travis over there trying to be a jealous motherfucker, trying to find out what's the hell going on, because he see that there's some chemistry there. And Kelly basically telling him, don't worry about who come up and through him. I can have whoever the fuck I want up and through here, because I had to beg for a promotion to pay for this shit when you decided to bail out on me. So don't come through here asking me no motherfucking questions about what the fuck is going on. But he still was asking, and Ramsey let him know my mama died. So at that point, he feel like an asshole. He carried his ass. But we could tell that there is an attraction here between Kelly and Ramsey. And child, you might want to check into that, because Travis too fucking flip-floppy. He too flip-floppy for me. I couldn't do that shit. Anyway, well, we see Mama Louise come to talk to Marcy, bearing the drink that Marcy didn't want, and I don't blame her. I don't want no green shit, bitch. You might be trying to kill me. You just got through calling me all kind of bitches, slows, and hoes, and sluts downstairs. Fuck that. Well, she told Marcy that apparently Randall done brought Alex to Denver to see her before, but he told her that they were co-workers in their own business. But see, Mr. Louise got a fucking connect down at the hotel, was able to tell her that there wasn't no separate parties. They was together sleeping, and, so she knew. But she said she just could not believe that her son would do to another woman what her dad did to her. And that's when we find out the apple didn't really fall far from the tree, because Randall's dad fucked one of Miss Louise's best friends. But she said instead of lowering herself to those standards, she didn't go sleep with nobody. She just went on by her life. And she telling Marcy that, I feel like you better than this. The next decision that you make will change, will determine how the rest of your life goes. And in that moment, I was there for her. But see, here's the thing, Mama. You should have had her back when you first got there instead of assuming, because you knew your husband was a son of a bitch. What made you think that he wasn't too? The apple don't fall. I guess she thought maybe her traits would roll over onto him, but apparently that wasn't the situation, because child, he was over there raw dogging the shit out the motherfucking woman. Well, next we see Brad in the backyard. He burning pictures, and here comes Kelly, and he like, look, you coming over here to judge me? And she was like, nah, I just came because I seen the fire. And he was telling her that he burning some old pictures, but, and something that they were supposed to be able to name the baby out for, but he gonna keep this shit there. But, child, I don't know. Brad got a whole lot of hurt in him, because some days, like he explained to Kelly, he okay. And then some days he really feel like he want to just destroy her. And you would understand that if you ever been in a situation like what he's been put into. He thought, just like Marcy thought, that their spouses were devoted and loving and committed to them. And right up under their nose, a whole affair went on long enough for her to get pregnant and have a child by this man. So, child, it is what it is. Well, Miss Latasha, girl, I did what I said I was going to do. I come down here and I gave of myself. I know that this is way behind, days behind. I apologize for the delay, and we going to try to do this shit again on Tuesday. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys back for How to Get Away with Murder. Peace.